Hello everyone! Welcome to this tutorial on how to build a simple pistonless hopper timer. I built it because, well, I was doing a build that needed a hopper timer and the piston sounds drove me crazy so quickly. So, pistonless it is. Now, there's two versions of this hopper timer. One of them is equivalent to the regular hopper timer with a non-sticky piston. It runs once and then stops. The other one keeps running until you tell it otherwise and is equivalent to just the normal hopper timer you see down there. So if you want to just pause the video and copy what I've done here, by all means do that, but otherwise stick around, I'll show you how to build it and give you some tips on using it. So let's get to it. The basic ingredients that you need for the simple hopper timer that stops after one iteration are in my hotbar. So 2 hoppers, 3 redstone torches, a comparator, 9 bits of redstone dust, 5 blocks, regular building blocks, and you need a lever to trigger it, or a button. So first things first, let's place down our hoppers, which have to face into each other as per a regular hopper timer. Then place blocks here and here, redstone torch there, and then fill in along the sides like this with redstone dust. And then for the timer that runs once, you want to put a comparator on either side, doesn't matter which one, facing out of this block here, into another block, place a redstone torch, and then connect it with some redstone wire to this wire here. And the final thing you want to do is just put some blocks in. The number of blocks will affect how long it runs for, again, as per regular hopper clock. And that's it. This one should run. It's already stopped. So the way you trigger it is power this block here. It has to be this one, not that one over there. The one next to the comparator, and you saw how it ran, and then it swapped over, and now when this empties, it'll stop. There you have it. If you want it to keep on running indefinitely, all you've got to do is add this little circuit here to the other side as well. So like this. And now it'll just keep on running until you tell it to stop. And that, for this one, what you want to do is power, get rid of that, power either this block or this one over here, and that will make it finish the cycle and then stop running. You can see it's switched on again there. If I now power it again, it'll keep going for the cycle. This one will empty and then fill again, and then it'll stop. Like so. So, when it comes to these regular hopper timers, there's a couple of ways that you can pull power from the system to whatever contraption it is that you're building. One of them is just pulling power out from this block here. Doing it that way means that this line will be powered half the time and unpowered half the time because of the way that the timings and the pistons work. The other way is to pull power out from here, from this comparator. That way, this will only flicker off for a brief moment while this hopper is empty before it starts filling again. So most of the time, this will be on. In this system, the equivalents for those are as follows. If you want it on half the time and off half the time, just pull power out from here or the other side. If you want it to just go off briefly, you pull power out from here. Again, it's from the comparator that's measuring the contents of the hopper. one useful thing to note when it comes to the systems that only run once is that for this system, for example, if you're pulling power out from, say, here, trigger it, it's powered half the time and unpowered for the other half of the time, but you can't re-trigger the system until that time has passed, until this is emptied, which means there's a redundancy in the system because you can't use it again right away. A much better way to do it is to pull power out from here, because then, let's trigger it again, it's on for twice the amount of time. It's on for the whole time the clock is running, and then as soon as it powers off, I can trigger it again, which is much more useful, and it also means that you can have timings that are twice as long due to the way it draws the power out. So to me, that's a much better way of doing it, and the equivalent in my system here is, again, pull the power out from this comparator here. So that's it. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you again next time. The beauty of clocks.